Hey guys, Matt Science here, and today, well, apparently I'm doing it solo today, but also with Hank and Alicia Scott, apparently.
Okay, so this is happening. We're talking about school life.
Or Gakkou Gurashi is the Japanese name. But yeah, School Live
Calling
is
it
the correct
school
name.
life as I can't pronounce that.
School
Anyway,
Live.
so for all of you who don't know what this show is about, I don't either. It's about this kid named Yuki who's in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and then she's delusional. I don't know, you explain it.
so, yeah, main character Yuki ends up suffering from delusions because Megami ends up dying to the zombies.
Oh shoot. You know, we could argue with that she has schizophrenia.
Yeah, possibly.
Because if she's having illusions like this, yeah, you can definitely argue she has schizophrenia.
Should I do a theory video on it?
Maybe one day.
uh, to be honest, I didn't really think of schizophrenia at all.
Schizophrenia, yeah.
Hmm. Like, most of the science stuff I thought of when it came to anime was, like, the potion from Sankari and the poison from Real Story of Devil.
Listen, I don't know how you're gonna science by this anime, but I'm all for it, man. So take the lead here.
I honestly don't know how to science it either. Like, it's
Wait,
really
okay, hang on. If you don't know how to science this, why are we doing this?
it's it's just called anime versus reality because it relates to Ruby versus reality. I like things to tie together
Okay,
nicely. Okay,
okay, okay.
I'm a
So,
person that enjoys like everything's connected. Like everything in my life is connected to something else from previous
I don't know where to
events.
go off on this show. The only case that I can make is that the main character has schizophrenia. That's all I can think of.
Yeah. Um.
You're not even arguing with me. What is this podcast?
I honestly would
Same
believe the
shit.
fact that Yuki has schizophrenia. Like, it's not that hard of a point
We made a
to
mistake doing this.
argue.
Oh no.
Uh,
Okay, so I don't know where else to go from here. I found out the dog died, and I'm pretty sad about that. So
yeah, the dog dies at the very end, or like, I think he dies. Technically, he dies in episode 9 or 10,
that's
but
very
because they found a vaccine for newly infected people slash dogs for some reason, you uh uh Toromaru does ends up surviving getting bitten, but dies
that's
to his
upsetting.
injuries.
That's pretty upsetting.
Yeah,
I'm really
and
sad about the dog. That poor dog.
they bury him as well.
The dog was the best character. I've never watched this show, but it would have been the best character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this is reminding me of? I'm not sure if I'm talking about the correct show, Zombieland Saga.
Zombieland Saga. I haven't watched that.
You haven't. It's basically about these zombie girls who are trying to form an idol group.
No, aren't they not zombie? I thought they weren't zombie
No,
girls.
no, 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 no. They're dead. They're definitely dead. They're definitely
Okay,
dead.
that
And
makes
they're
it even
trying to
more
form an idol
interesting.
group. Yeah, I know. And at one point they have a rap battle, so that was interesting.
Mm.
I can't kid you enough. Do you know how weird it is to watch a Japanese rap battle? That's like the weirdest thing that's happened to me.
Ah.
I'm just sitting.
Just wait until
You
we
are
get to
in
Madoka
the middle
Magica.
of
You
watching
haven't
this.
seen Weird.
No.
You haven't seen Weird.
If I'm in the middle of watching an episode and then suddenly someone starts beatboxing and then they start rapping, I'm just
Mm.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
have no clue how I'm supposed to talk about this show. You said that Yuki was the one to save everyone. What did she do?
so what ends up happening is Megami as a spirit tells Yuki to go to the broadcasting room for some reason. There's not really much of a reason. So Yuki ends up grabbing a baseball bat, which was very heavy for her, but she was still able to swing it and kill zombies with it. Also, Toromaru actually saves Yuki right outside the broadcasting room, even though he's a zombie dog at this point.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it plays into the fact that zombies have memories.
He's the goodest boy.
Yeah. And then it's...
I told you the dog was the best character.
Yeah, and then Yuki gets into the broadcasting room with Toromaru wrapped up in her hat and tells all the students to go home over the broadcast. Oh. Okay. Absolutely. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, who's this? Hey, Krista, bombastic. We're in the middle of doing a podcast. I'm having to do it solo. So yeah, other things to like. There is one episode in the anime that's a tent episode. I mentioned it to Panic before we started recording. And there's one moment where Yuki calls Kurumi's Shovelkun for some reason. It's like it is a joke. Hello again. We're talking about the 10th episode with Shovelkun.
I don't know what to talk about in this show. I barely know anything about it.
Hey, Krista.
So what are we gonna do now?
So I'm talking about the 10th episode where Yuki calls the Shovelkun.
I'm not even gonna question that, honestly.
No, it's mainly because of the reason like Kurumi is so attached to the shovel that Yuki jokes about Kurumi marrying the shovel.
Oh my god.
And speaking of the shovel, I've got it right here. I recreated it myself.
Oh my god. So, I don't... Damn, here's the thing.
Yeah.
How do we talk about a show that I have basically no knowledge of?
This is why you need to watch it, at least.
I didn't know we were doing
This is fun. I watched up until the 10th episode, and then I just couldn't get further.
Did you find it like too cute or something?
I just said it instead. Why?
What?
Okay, so the only thing I can make from this case is that the dog is the best character and Yuki has schizophrenia. That's the only thing I can say about this show.
Hey, don't forget about Kurumi-kun. She has probably one of the best characters. She's probably one of the best characters if you actually did watch it.
I haven't watched it. Hang on, I'm going to characters on the Wikipedia.
Yeah, Kurumi is the one character that uses the shovel the most, and she's very good with it, because shovels are heavy. They are heavy AF, as I am learning right now, holding this for the podcast up to the camera. Uh, at the
Okay, so she becomes infected.
yeah, the teacher gets infected by the zombies, and at the very end, Miki is the one that ends up killing Megami again in zombie form.
So she's technically not dead, but the zombies are ignoring her anyway, so this is weird.
No, Megami dies to zombies. Infection equals
Okay.
death.
Okay.
That is like the hard rule of most zombie stuff. The less hard rule of the zombie stuff though is in this version zombies have memories. Of which
Okay,
I cannot explain.
The zombies have memories, and the dog is the best character, and Yuki has schizophrenia. Okay.
Also, there are episodes where it rains, so the zombies actually move undercover.
They don't like rain.
Yeah, they are basically humans. They just don't have the brain function that much anymore.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, hang on. So if they don't like rain,
And they're tentacle monsters as well.
couldn't you always just set off like a sprinkler system, or just like carry a bucket of water with you wherever you go?
Yeah, that does make sense.
No. If I was in the zombie apocalypse and I found out these zombies hated water, I would just grab as many Windex bottles as I could, take out the Windex and fill it with water and just spray it at any zombie that gets close. Yeah. It seems like it would work.
Yeah,
So,
that could work. But the easiest way to get rid of a zombie apocalypse in the middle of your school is apparently go into the broadcast room and just tell them to go home. Because that is exactly what happened.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah?
Is the whole world zombified, or is it just the school?
Don't know. It might be all of Japan.
I'd say the entire world. Mostly because someone would have done something.
I feel like they would have closed off all of Japan if that was happening. So I don't really think it spread to the whole world.
Yeah, but also nuke it or something.
Nuke it. Yeah, that's probably another idea.
Yeah.
Telling everyone to go home. That is a weird strategy.
Mm.
So you're telling me Yuki went to the broadcast room, went on the speakers, and was like, "Yo, school's over. Everyone go home." And they were like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, that is literally what it was. Except she gave a whole speech for some reason. And that's after she said to them to go home. She says to go home, and then she gives a speech, and then says to go home again.
So they go home, and what? They just don't bother her for the rest of the day, or for the rest of the
They don't bother with them for the rest of the day. And then the last episode, they graduate. It's like
Wait, the zombies graduate?
no, the students, the kids graduate, including Miki.
Okay.
And then when they're driving out of the school to the next place that they're gonna go to, Kay walks past the van that they're in.
Oh, dang.
Like zombie K just walks past the van.
I'm not. So I guess that they kept their memories. Yeah, they should go home because they're being told to go home from school. But if I kept my memories and I was a zombie, and if someone was like, "Hey, go home, school's out," I would just stay there because we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Why would I go to another place?
Well, here's the thing. So, the school was actually designed for a zombie apocalypse.
What?
Yep, it had solar panels and clean water pumped up from underground.
Why was the school designed for a zombie apocalypse?
I don't know. is just done for some reason.
So you're telling me the person who built this whole school decided, you know what we should do? I think the zombie apocalypse might come in what, like 10, 20 years. Let me just get some solar panels and water from the ground. That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But yeah, in the
That is odd.
episode Rainy Day, what happens is some zombies knock down a satellite or something like that, or like a tower.
Wait, hang on. I have one question. So if Yuki is delusional, I'm assuming she has schizophrenia in this case. But if she's delusional, is she staying at this school or is she actually going home?
She's staying at the school. At the very start, she does say she did almost go home because she's part of the club that stays at the school.
So that's what this does. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why it's called School Live, because School Living Club, because they stay at the school to survive the zombie apocalypse.
I just don't. Okay, this is fine. This is great. So where do they sleep? Do they have like dorms or something?
No, they I think they sleep in the supply closet actually.
I'm just gonna ask. What type of school has a club that requires you to sleep in the school in a supply closet? Because there's no club I can think of that would have a reason for that.
Would the zombie apocalypse be a good reason though?
But she doesn't know technically, so no, that's not a good reason. So,
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
if I was Yuki, and someone was like, hey, listen, you want to be in this club that sleeps in the school, I would immediately question, why are we sleeping in the school? Why can't we just go home? And they're like, oh, because of club reasons. I'd be like, nah, dude, I don't know. That's not a good reason, okay? Like, zombie apocalypse, yes. If she doesn't know, though, then I don't know what other excuse you could make for the situation.
Honestly, the best reason why the girl is alive is because she can be easily sacrificed.
Oh my god, wait, no, he's right. No, if they keep her around, sacrifice whenever, you know?
They'll go for her. She makes a lot of noise.
No, that's true.
So in terms of like the other characters, we got Miki, who recently joined the group and is the person that reveals to us that Megami was dead the whole time.
Oh, no.
And throughout the book, she's reading a Stephen King book.
Which Stephen King's book?
No, it's supposed to be a play on Stephen King.
I know.
But it actually does a good job of foreshadowing what happens to the dog, because something bad happens to the dog in the book.
Okay, my one question is, if they're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and they know Yuki is delusional, why don't they just tell her what's happening?
They do bring up that point in the anime as well. It's like, why not just tell her what's going on? And
okay, why didn't they tell her though?
I don't know. It's just like,
what do you mean?
They just don't tell her.
Okay.
Because like,
so
she had a mental break. Because she was perfectly fine, and they were putting up barriers against the zombie apocalypse in the school. And then it's just something bad happens. Megami ends up dying, and Yuki has a mental snap.
Yeah, so she has schizophrenia now. Okay, so if you were in a zombie survival group, and one of your members suddenly developed schizophrenia and started like having severe delusions because of a traumatic experience that happened to them, would you choice to tell them, or would you think it's the better choice to shelter them and let them be innocent and naive from what's actually happening?
It depends.
Well, they mentioned the fact of her naiveness is how they keep their sanity in the anime.
Okay, so she's basically the cheerleader of the group. Okay, in that
Yeah.
case, yes, I would allow it. But if we already had a cheerleader in the group, no, I would definitely tell her.
But if she's gonna be sacrificed, then it's no reason to tell her.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good point.
No, but she
Okay,
ends
so
up
tell
she
us
ends up being the
about
one
sacrifice.
that saves them in the end. Because like
Okay,
Mickey
so
is in the underground bunker sort of thing with the vaccine,
you know what?
literally about to get grabbed
If
by
she-
zombies in a small room once
She
again.
really is naive. If she really is naive and doesn't know what's going on, I'd always keep her in a library so she'd think like we always have to be quiet because she'd probably be yelling and attracting zombies. So yeah, library.
Well, there are moments where she's literally just running around the school.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How is she alive?
They did have an area closed off, and they managed to keep most of the zombies outside.
Okay. Honestly, if I was in a zombie apocalypse, going to a school is probably like one of the worst places to go because it obviously is populated. So it'd be hard enough to get all of the zombies out. But then like you don't know where other students could be at the time. So it'd be just like a surprise every turn.
So wait, are you saying that the people in, like, the characters in High School of the Dead made the right decision to leave the school?
Yeah, I'm telling them they had the right decision. If you're gonna go to a zombie apocalypse, go to like less populated areas and
Yeah.
find places that have a lot of resources. Schools do have a lot of resources, and they sometimes have gates that can keep other people out. But unless like the whole school is cleared, or there's like barely anyone at that school, then yeah, that's a good place.
Yeah.
But if not, then no, I would never go there because you could probably die easily in school.
To be honest, I would love a sequel to this anime. I'd love to see a sequel to the anime, or like a second season.
You'd like to see a sequel.
The second season.
Second season. Don't go to another school. Okay. Well, I mean, in the first half of the show, if I'm hearing correctly, Yuki has schizophrenia and was imagining everything. But now that she knows the truth, how would they go on with the show?
Technically, even though she knows the truth, she's still positive in the situation. So it's not like
She's an optimist. Oh, God.
she's not fully recovered. She's still a bit naive, but she knows what's going on.
Buddy. Schizophrenia. Okay, well, oh my God, I don't even know how a sequel would work in this situation, but you know what? If they try hard enough, maybe they can do it.
It does leave one little bit. It leaves one thing open-ended at the end, and that's, do they go to college or the workforce?
Why would they go to college?
I don't know.
Why would they go to a college? Okay.
Because they're designed similar to the school.
Okay, so you're telling me you want to see next season. They're like, I don't know, in a big college like Harvard or something, and Yuki's just skipping around like, man, this is such a cool school that I'm at. I'm really glad I graduated high school.
Yeah. There is one episode where they have a club outing where they go to a mall. And I use the term club outing because that is actually what Yuki sets up.
Yeah. I mean, they need to get more supplies, but a mall is like one of the worst places you can ever go in a zombie apocalypse because one, they're definitely going to be filled with people.
Especially those that want to go and watch some movies.
Yeah, I know. Like, okay, so you're telling me the best strategy for getting supplies in a zombie apocalypse is going to a mall with a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff is either untouched or a lot of the stuff is taken, depending on how many people were there before.
a lot of it's actually untouched.
Okay, well that's a good thing, but there's still a lot of people. So I don't know how you would be able to blend in with the crowds, but unless you can turn invisible for periods of time, there's no way you're coming out alive.
Well, actually, there were no zombies there for most of it, and then and then most of the zombies were surprisingly in a movie theater, which is why I brought it up earlier.
Wait. Okay, hang on. That depends. What day did the zombie apocalypse happen? Because if it was on I'm assuming it was a school day.
I honestly
that's,
don't
really
remember what day it
inconvenient for
happened.
everyone. Like a school day that's really inconvenient for everyone. Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I'm assuming the zombie apocalypse happened on a Tuesday. So that could explain why some people weren't in the mall at the time, but then again.
No, it would have been better if it was a Monday, because then you could have the Garfield joke of I hate Mondays.
Oh my god, wait, that works perfectly. Okay, so going to a mall during zombie apocalypse is bad, but apparently if everyone's in a movie theater, that's fine.
Well, what happens is it's like a whole bunch of kids or something like that.
What?
Zombie kids. Well, I think it's actually just zombies in general, but there are some kids in there that have been turned into zombies.
Like, are the kids alive? So the kids are zombies. Oh my god, if you were a zombie and you were a kid, I don't know why your first thought would be to go to a movie theater. If I was a kid and I was in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, I would go to a candy store.
No, they might have been in the theater.
Already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it was barred as well. Like, barred from the outside.
Is a movie even playing, though? Because there's, no one to play the movie anymore.
It's safe to assume that there was a movie playing at the time because the screen was on.
Okay, but even then, they've probably been, there for, what, a week or something? Why would they just want to keep rewatching the same movie over and over again?
It's looped.
Why would they want to do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, but if they kept their memories, they surely have this sense to know. Hey, I think
they don't have the
But
capability
when you're
to
barred
change
inside the theater, what are you gonna do? You can't really get out.
I mean, I assume they would have tried at least, but no.
Nope.
Wait, the zombies remain their memories?
Yeah, they retain memories.
They have their memories.
So they're basically just turning into cannibals with tentacles.
No, they don't have tentacles. They look like people. They're just zombies.
Okay, my question is, if these zombies have their can the zombies talk, or do they just come out slurs?
It's just slurs.
Okay, my question is, if the zombies keep their memories, what part of them, unless they were a cannibal previously before, what part of their memories tells them, you know what, I want to eat some human, that's definitely something I did.
Why do cannibals want to eat humans?
Because cannibals like eating people, I don't know.
Yeah, the same reason for the zombies.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. But if you're keeping your memories...
Zombies,
I was keeping my memories.
The classic rule of zombies is that they just eat people.
Yeah, I get that, but if you have your memories, I think you remember it's not okay to eat people.
Yeah, honestly, if I were a zombie and I would retain all my memories, I would pretty much be myself, but I'd have an even more appetite for human.
Can other zombies understand each other, or is it just
No.
They can't understand each other.
They cannot understand each other. They do react to sound as well as they rescue Mickey from the mall and
Great zombies rescue.
No, Mickey was surviving in the mall in a small room.
Okay.
She was surviving with Kei and Toromaru, but then what ends up happening is Kei leaves the room because she wants to just get out of the room. Very understandable reason. I feel like I need to sneeze, but at the same time I don't want to.
Okay, so
So
I
yeah.
forgot what question I was gonna ask. You said the zombies look just like humans, right?
Well, they look like the humans, but they're a lot more sickly looking. So like they look like corpses.
Does that mean they're not humans?
They're not humans.
Oh, okay.
I just said they
They're not
look like
humans.
the humans that they were before they died, just for simplicity's sake.
I'm googling screenshots. From the show. Yeah, they definitely look messed up.
Yeah, but there's one episode where a zombie kicks a soccer ball and they're like, and in the characters still alive are like, they mention like memories and all that. I'm like, yes, kicking the soccer ball equals memories.
But does memories mean that you retain your personality?
Yeah, wouldn't that make sense? Because if you had your
So
memories back, you would act like yourself, wouldn't you?
You would definitely be yourself then.
Yeah, because if I remembered what I was like in the past, I would definitely start acting like myself again. Because there's like nothing stopping me from acting like myself.
Yeah, we see that in Toromaru when he's bitten, because he protects Yuki, even though he's a zombie dog.
The doggy.
Dog is best character.
I was wondering when the dog was going to become a zombie.
The dog is the best character. You can't convince me otherwise.
Also, apparently there was a second dog in the school.
What?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
It happens very late, and Toromaru gets out of his collar because he's a really smart dog that can get out of his collar and open doors.
So he can open doors.
Yeah.
Doggy.
Literally, like in the first episode, or like I don't know if it's the first episode or the second episode, we literally just see him go up to a door that's like a sliding door, and he just slides it open and keeps going.
Oh my god. No.
And Yuki's just like, I've got you now, and then he's just like, and just goes.
I don't know why, but for some reason, being able to find out that dogs can open doors terrifies me. And I don't know why. I think it's mainly because if you're mad at them for doing something bad, like they chewed your shoes or something, and you put them outside,
And then they get
open
inside.
the door and come back in the house. That is terrifying to me, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Dogs being able to open doors is something weird, in my opinion. It's cool, but it's also
Did you know that
creepy
dogs can actually open doors?
Yeah, I've seen this happen. Dogs can open doors.
Ah.
Because, okay, let's say this. You're home alone at night, and you let your dog out, but you forgot you let your dog out, and you're sitting on the couch, and you're watching TV or something. But then you hear the door open, and you think someone broke into your house somehow. But then you look and see your dog. That's terrifying, man. That's terrifying. Like, unless you lock the door. What scares me more is that when dogs know how to unlock doors and then open them.
But yeah, so Toromaru goes down into the bunker area because that's where he hears the dog barks from.
Why was there a dog in school in the first place?
I don't know. It could be a student brought in a dog for show and tell.
Teacher's pet.
Why would a student bring in a dog for show and tell? Like, okay, so I know we're all in high school, and I know we don't do show and tell, but this is my dog.
But if it was bring your pet to school day, there'd be a lot more pets in the school.
What if they all turn into zombies?
You mean the dogs?
No,
pets.
Well, yeah, the zombies.
Just imagine a gerbil just running around as a zombie gerbil.
Or, what if...
Oh god, imagine the bears. Zombie bears.
What if the protagonists ate the animals?
Okay, the protagonist ate a zombified. I'm gonna say.
No,
fish
they
in this
didn't get
case.
zombified, but they ate them.
No, they did not do that at all because they had food
Why would the
already.
protagonist eat a dog?
They already had food.
It's a zombie apocalypse. Yeah,
I
but
heard some
what was
people
the
eat dogs.
They had
what
canned.
was the meat for the spaghetti?
They had
In the
canned
very
food.
first episode. Yeah,
It
but
can be.
there isn't really. Wait, there's meat in canned food.
Yeah.
But it was.
Yeah, they have canned beef, I think. Yeah.
They have.
What if it was just spam?
I
The
think
thing is, it was like
they have
a
canned
sack,
ginger
not a,
soy beef or something
can.
like that.
Hang on, I'm googling this. I'm googling the food they had. Give me a sec.
And they actually had like a supply room that had food in it as well.
Yeah. Did they have meat? Because
Hang on.
Yes.
then the meatballs might have been animals
There were-
from Bring Your Pet
There
to
was
School.
one funny moment in the episode where they go to the storage room to get more food, and they do it as a test of courage sort of thing. And
Okay, I'm looking at this.
unless it's the mold I'm thinking of, but there's like one moment where like Yuki finds a nummy stick, which is a food
Oh, yeah.
thing, and
But yeah, that's
you just see her eating it, and it's like, yeah, one character goes off at her for eating it, and then it cuts to the next scene, and it's like Yuki and that other character now has a nose stick, and they're both just chewing on them.
So I'm looking at images on the internet, and it seems like they have a lot of canned food, but at one point it also looks like they made spaghetti, so I'm confused.
Yeah, they made spaghetti.
Yeah, they
Very
What did
first
they use to
episode.
cook the spaghetti?
They
The
like
water.
A sack thing. You
That-
like rip.
They boiled water.
yeah.
Okay,
Put
so
spaghetti. What are the meatballs? The Bring Your Pet to School animals.
No.
they didn't. No, because I'm looking at this, and it looks like they have canned beef. So no, they definitely didn't eat the animals.
Yeah, they didn't eat the animals, so I don't think there was any animals there
Dang
anyway.
it.
It just someone
Maybe
brought their
she
dog to
thought
the
that it was
school.
Bring Your Pet to School.
But yeah, somehow the
Yeah,
dog
maybe she
ended up
thought
in
it
the
was-
bunker, and then Toromaru goes down there to try and find the other dog, gets bitten by Megami, turns into a zombie dog, ultimately saves Yuki at the very end, and then gets the vaccine, but gets it too late, so he dies from his injuries.
Wait, what? Wait, how does that work?
I don't
There
know.
was apparently in
He
the
gets
bunker there was a
bitten, then he takes
vaccine
the-
for newly infected people. It was experimental
Yeah.
though,
Christ.
so they got lucky in the fact that it worked.
Honestly, I
Okay.
don't know what else to talk about for this show because I've never watched it. So there's like nothing I know about to talk about.
But
All I
yeah,
can say is that
Watched
you has
until the 10th
schizophrenia.
episode.
if you in the first episode, like I rewatched the anime for this, and I didn't notice it the first time through, but if there's like one point in the episode where there's a broken window, but I did not see it the first time through, and it's before you find out that the school is in ruins as well. So it's like,
Oh.
if you pay attention, like this anime rewards you for paying attention.
Wow. You
Because
saw that broken window? Good job.
no, because everything else looks normal, and then you see that one shot, and there's a broken window in the background. Like, why is that? You think if you see it the first time and you notice it, you're like, why is that window broken? And then you get to the end of the episode, and it's
If
like,
I saw a
oh,
broken
that's why that window is broken.
If the window was broken, I would have assumed someone accidentally threw like a baseball into there, because that's like a lot of
Yeah,
tropes in anime that happens.
yeah, that does make sense. Yes, but it's actually a zombie apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse. How did a zombie reach a window?
they could have already had zombies on the, because like, in part of the history is that they get stuck on the roof for a bit,
Okay.
and that's at that same time we actually find out Kurumi's love interest gets killed with the shovel.
Oh no. Oh wait, I read that on the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good news. Thank you, Wikipedia.
And yeah, Kurumi actually kills her love interest with the shovel.
That would be depressing.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the character that was crying the most was Yuki.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, so she definitely has schizophrenia from a traumatic experience that happened in her life. This case is a zombie apocalypse, and many people she knows dying. So yeah, I can definitely make a valuable case that she has schizophrenia, but I don't really have that much evidence to back it up because I haven't watched the show.
She does talk to characters that are not there anymore as well.
Okay, no, she definitely has schizophrenia then.
Yuki has schizophrenia confirmed. Don't even need to do a theory video on it. Nice.
No, you're still doing the video.
No, no,
Promise
no,
yourself.
no, no,
Yes.
no. Oh,
I just now noticed her backpack has wings on it, which I think is great. Fly now.
no.
Wait a minute, hang on. I have a question.
Yeah.
So this is a school prep for the zombie apocalypse, right?
Yes.
Okay, so wouldn't they have like other changes of clothes
No.
for them to wear?
No.
They don't really.
Other than swimsuits for some
about-
reason.
What about PE uniforms?
They do wash their school
Okay,
uniforms. And they do have,
Okay.
so their main outfit is the school uniform, but they also have pajamas and swimsuits.
I'm not even sure why they would bring their pajamas to school, but okay.
It's because they're living at the school.
Yeah, but before zombie apocalypse, what need would you have to bring pajamas to school?
Sleepover? It was
Yeah.
sleepover day?
What?
By the way, they managed to have a pool. They managed to have a pool episode in the anime.
Wait, if I was Yuki, wouldn't I be worried about my family? Because, like, even if you are staying at the school, you would, like, try to contact your family
Yeah,
to, like, check up on them. So,
they don't really bring that
How is she
point
not-
up.
that's kind of weird, man.
Okay, something we have to address. They all
Yeah.
look like children.
I said I thought
Yeah,
they
they're
were
in high school though. It's just the art style mostly makes them look like children.
Anime does that thing where they'll take characters and no matter how old or young they'll look, they'll be like the age you never expect. Like, hang on, I'm gonna pull up a character.
I know there's like
from this
anime where there's like a little kid that's like 800 years old or something like that.
I feel like you're talking about a vampire.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
likely.
vampire, I feel like. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up an image of someone from an anime. Okay, hang on. So you're probably gonna not put this photo in the video, but Honey from Moron High School Host Club. This dude looks to be like 10 years old or something, but he's actually like 18, and that still surprises me to this day.
By the way, Krista had to fall out of the chat. Just try rejoining the chat room, Krista Bombastic.
This is like, okay, look, okay, do you get my point? Anime does that thing
Yeah.
where it mess with you for some reason with how characters look. Because this dude looks like he's 10 or 9.
I will say the buddy
Actually,
doesn't really help the case.
He's very childish, and he eats so much cake. I don't know if you ever watched this show, but
No,
this
but
guy
that
has
is on the
very high
list
points,
because
too.
that is someone's
So
favorite
it's not
anime.
his case.
In
That is one of my favorites, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think it was you that said it was your favorite though. It was someone else that I know. Possibly.
I have a question. Are we gonna do Danganronpa one day?
Possibly.
It's technically okay. Okay, cool. Because I actually know a lot about that show, so that should be fine.
The hard part is finding the second season because Anime Lab doesn't have the second season, but has seasons 1 and 3.
Just do the first season. It's okay. Just do the first season.
No. Screw
I'm
you.
gonna be honest. I only watched the first season.
Well, I try to make it a personal rule of covering everything in a timeline.
I'm sorry, but I refuse to watch the seasons that aren't from the actual game. I refuse, man. I refuse.
Isn't it like
I refuse.
isn't the first game a departure from the first season of the anime?
The first season and the second season, they're both from the first 2 games, but the rest of the show, no, they're not from any of the other games. Well, technically, wait, no. Actually, no. Only 2 of the seasons are from the actual games, but the other seasons, no, they're not.
How many seasons are there?
I have no clue. I just know there's like a ton of characters that I think there's at least 4 or 5 seasons. I'm not sure. I'll Google this later.
What?
I don't know. Give me a second. I'm gonna Google it. Okay. How many seasons of Danganronpa are there?
I honestly thought there was just 3.
You honestly thought it was 3?
Yeah. How many are there?
Give me a sec. Give me a second. I'm looking. Oh my gosh.
How many?
Oh god. Okay, so I'm looking. Give me a sec. Oh my gosh, internet, why are you doing this to me? Many seasons of Danganronpa, the animation are there.
Oh my gosh.
The 13 episode series aired in July. Okay, so
How many seasons? That's the question we're asking right now,
I don't
isn't
know.
it?
It just said. So apparently the internet is being very rude to me, and it's only telling me that there's like. So far, there's only like 4 seasons I know of at least. But for now, I'm not sure. I only know there's 2 seasons that relate to the actual game. For the rest of the seasons, I'm not completely sure. I'll have to look it up on Crunchyroll later.
Oh my gosh.
It's even on Crunchyroll. I don't even remember.
See, another rule that I've made for this podcast is I'm never going to cover an anime that's more than 150 episodes.
I don't think it's more than 150 episodes, man, but I don't know.
See, because, like, I did bring it up in the last podcast, but I'll bring it up here once again just to reiterate the point. SAO. It does have...
No, we are never covering this.
No, we are. I've watched it, so we're covering it.
No, please, no. Please, no.
Oh, and
Please, no.
here's the thing, it's over several parts as well because of how much there is in it.
God. Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't know what else to cover on this, and I don't think you know what else to cover on this. So, I don't know if we should end it here or just keep going.
But yeah, should we mention the characters that we got in the quiz that we've done before video?
I got K.
Yeah, we both got dead characters.
That's upsetting, but K's pretty cool.
Well, actually, technically, your character's unalive.
Actually, here's the thing. The quiz I took, I got 2 results as my character. So I actually got Kai and Yuki.
Okay, and Yuki.
Yeah, I got K and Yuki. I had both as my result. But,
So you got the undead character and the delusional character. The schizophrenic character.
My internet flopped on me.
Schizophrenic. I don't know if we took the same quiz. So So
No, I definitely took a different quiz to you because I only got one result.
yeah.
And that result was Megme.
God.
I really wanted to get Kurumi just so I can have the shovel.
It's okay. One of these days, you will find a Kurumi. Okay, well, I don't really know what else to talk about here, so I think it's probably a good idea to end this, maybe.
I'm just trying to think what else is there to mention. I will say, with the mall scenes, I would have loved it if we actually saw more of like Yuki's perspective and reality at the same across that, because we only really see it at the school.
We could possibly talk what the differences between the anime and real life is. Mostly
Real life.
because, yeah,
because
Because
the
the
podcast is anime versus reality.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know how we can put this into real life other than the schizophrenia thing.
Yeah,
But,
there's not really
in this
much
case-
else. Actually,
It's a huge difference.
The only way I would believe that Yuki would be this delusional for this long is if she really did develop schizophrenia after a traumatic experience that happened to her, which in this case was the death of her friend. So yeah, I can believe she has schizophrenia because it's probably a common thing to happen when you get emotional
Actually,
trauma.
there is something.
Comparing the show to real life.
There is something that I want to mention, and is the OP itself, because this OP for the anime was the reason why I fell in love with OPs in the first place.
Oh my god. I mean, it's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm pretty sure you've only seen the OP for the first episode, though. Because even though it's the same song for every episode, they actually change details throughout the
That's
episodes.
amazing. I
Really,
love
I
that.
didn't know about this.
I've always wanted to watch an anime that, like, when a
Like,
character
when an
dies,
event-
it completely removes the character, or when a new character shows up, it just adds the character to the
Yeah. So, like, the first episode, or like the first OP that we see, everything looks normal. And literally, like, the school looks normal, there's no zombies whatsoever. Everything is clean and all that. And, like, nothing's ruined. And then second episode, you go in, there's zombies outside the school, the windows are destroyed. And the front door is barricaded.
Yeah. So a huge difference between reality and this anime is that everyone in this anime is a lolly.
Oh yeah.
Thought of that.
Yeah, that is a good case to make.
I never thought of that until now. No, he's right.
Yeah.
Everyone is. Oh god. Like,
But yeah,
this would be perfect.
like throughout the OP, like
I am.
there are
because I
details
like
like
this.
there's details of like the pigeon getting like some of the stuff getting dirty, classroom being destroyed, but when you look at Yuki's figure when she's running through the frame, like it's sort of like she's running, but the camera is also moving with her, so it's like a running shot.
Wait a minute.
But
The dog is even a lolly.
Oh my god, wait.
yeah.
No.
But yeah, like if you look at Yugi's figure when she's running, and it's like her outline, but when you look at her, everything looks like nice and tidy. As in, like they're showing from her perspective, everything looks fine.
Oh, dang. Well, I don't really know how else to talk about this because I'm running out of ideas, and I think you guys are too. Do you think we should just end this here?
There is one last bit I want to mention about the OP, but when we find out that Megami is dead, they remove the teacher. They remove her face from the whiteboard, and it actually looks like someone came along and erased it. It's not like it's just
That's actually
removed. It's like someone came along with a whiteboard eraser and just wiped.
That's actually pretty clever.
But some of the details like still there. And they replace her character showing up in part of the opening with her grave. Also, they actually hint at her death in the previous episode, because she's like, as long as I'll protect these students as long as I live.
Oh dang.
So the anime does a good job of setting up future events and also explaining
But actually,
previous events.
when they went into the library to get new books, I felt kind of like the teacher like wasn't really there when she like said to the
Yuki.
mentally weird person
Yuki.
that she had to hold quiet. Yeah, sure. But I felt like that she wasn't really there.
Yeah.
So
That's sort of the whole point. It's like,
yeah.
it's a bit, it plays with perspective a lot throughout the anime. There is one character that we have not mentioned at all because she doesn't really do much, and that's the brown-haired chick. I don't remember her name, but she literally does nothing.
Except for being menacing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's the full-on JoJo moment where Yuki and Toromaru are running down the hall. Yeah. It was a JoJo reference. She literally just comes out into the hallway and Yuki's chasing Toromaru, who got dirty by jumping in the water tank on the roof. And and then she just comes out and she's like, does full JoJo meme, and both the dog and Yuki just stop dead in their tracks.
Oh my god.
Just like straight up stop.
Oh my god.
Should we end it there on the JoJo meme reference?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to end.
It's a good place to end the episode. I literally wasted $200 on painting a shovel, and it practically had zero use.
Wait, you actually painted that? I thought you got.
I actually painted it myself.
Why?
Because I wanted a prop, okay?
Oh my god, dude, no. Okay.
I spent $200 on this.
And you can finally cosplay.
You could have also just painted, or no, gotten a pink backpack and then like glued on some wings.
That probably works too.
But Yuki never uses the shovel.
Oh no. If you use the shovel, the paint's gonna chip, and that's gonna be like a total waste. So now you can only use that for like cosplay.
Well, I still have paint that I can use if it ever chips.
Okay.
And the other reason why it cost so much was because I actually did it proper so that it would chip.
Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. I'm just admiring your dedication for this.
Like, I literally used primer and everything.
Oh my god. Okay, well, since this is the end of the episode, I'm gonna close it out with a JoJo reference.
Go for
I
it.
only know my secret technique of running away. Okay, we're done.
Okay. Yeah. Links to my YouTube page and Twitter page would be down below, along with a link to everything else I use. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. I'm the Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out.
ほう。
So,
加藤君